And the readings will be given by Bruce.
I will read from the Bible. Psalms. The counsel of the Lord standeth forever, the thoughts of his heart to all generations. Blessed is the nation whose God is the Lord, and the people whom he hath chosen for his own inheritance. From the place of his habitation he looketh upon all the inhabitants of the earth. He fashioneth their hearts alike. He considereth all their works. Deuteronomy. Gather the people together, men and women and children, and thy stranger that is within thy gates, that they may hear, and that they may learn and fear the Lord your God, and observe to do all the words of this law. Mark. The beginning of the gospel of Jesus Christ, the Son of God. And he preached in their synagogues throughout all Galilee, and cast out devils. And there came a leper to him, beseeching him, and kneeling down to him, and saying unto him, If thou wilt, thou canst make me clean. And Jesus, moved with compassion, put forth his hand and touched him, and saith unto him, I will, be thou clean. And as soon as he had spoken, immediately the leprosy departed from him, and he was cleansed. And he straitly charged him, and forthwith sent him away, and saith unto him, See thou say nothing to any man, but go thy way, show thyself to the priest, and offer for thy cleansing those things which Moses commanded, for a testimony unto them. John. Then spake Jesus again unto them, saying, I am the light of the world. He that followeth me shall not walk in darkness, but shall have the light of life. When ye have lifted up the Son of Man, then shall ye know that I am he, and that I do nothing of myself, but as my Father hath taught me, I speak these things. Matthew. Ask, and it shall be given you. Seek, and ye shall find. Knock, and it shall be opened unto you. For every one that asketh receiveth, and he that seeketh findeth, and to him that knocketh it shall be opened. Or what man is there of you, whom, if his son ask bread, will he give him a stone? Or if he ask a fish, will he give him a serpent? If ye then, being evil, know how to give good gifts unto your children, how much more shall your Father which is in heaven give good things to them that ask him? Therefore all things whatsoever ye would that men should do to you, do ye even so to them. For this is the law and the prophets. Therefore, whosoever heareth these sayings of mine, and doeth them, I will liken him unto a wise man, which built his house upon a rock. And the rain descended, and the floods came, and the winds blew, and beat upon that house, and it fell not, for it was founded upon a rock. And it came to pass, when Jesus had ended these sayings, the people were astonished at his doctrine, for he taught them as one having authority, and not as the scribes. Proverbs. Counsel in the heart of man is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Most men will proclaim every one his own goodness, but a faithful man who can find? The just man walketh in his integrity. His children are blessed after him. Even a child is known by his doings, whether his work be pure, and whether it be right. Psalms. The Lord taketh pleasure in them that fear him, in those that hope in his mercy. The correlative reading is from Retrospection and Introspection by Mary Baker Eddy. To energize wholesome spiritual warfare, to rebuke vainglory, to offset boastful emptiness, to crown patient toil, and rejoice in the spirit and power of Christian science, we must ourselves be true. There is but one way of doing good, and that is to do it. There is but one way of being good, and that is to be good. Art thou still unacquainted with thyself? Then be introduced to this self. Note well the falsity of this mortal self. Behold its vileness, and remember this poverty-stricken stranger that is within thy gates. Cleanse every stain from this wanderer's soiled garments. Wipe the dust from his feet and the tears from his eyes, that you may behold the real man, the fellow saint of a holy household. A student desiring growth in the knowledge of truth can and will obtain it by taking up his cross and following truth. If he does this not, and another one undertakes to carry his burden and do his work, the duty will not be accomplished. No one can save himself without God's help, and God will help each man who performs his own part. After this manner, and in no other way, is every man cared for and blessed. Experience has taught me that the rules of Christian science can be far more thoroughly and readily acquired by regularly settled and systematic workers. than by unsettled and spasmodic efforts. Mind demonstrates omnipresence and omnipotence. But mind revolves on a spiritual axis, and its power is displayed and its presence felt in eternal stillness and immovable love. The divine potency of this spiritual mode of mind and the hindrance opposed to it by material motion is proven beyond a doubt in the practice of mind healing. Jesus' method was to instruct his own students, and he watched and guarded them unto the end, even according to his promise, "Lo, I am with you always." Nowhere in the four Gospels will Christian scientists find any precedent for employing another student to take charge of their students, or for neglecting their own students in order to enlarge their sphere of action. Does the faithful shepherd forsake the lambs, retaining his salary for tending the home flock, while he is serving another fold? The true mother never willingly neglects her children in their early and sacred hours, consigning them to the care of nurse or stranger. Who can feel and comprehend the needs of her babe like the ardent mother? What other heart yearns with her solicitude, endures with her patience, waits with her hope, and labors with her love to promote the welfare and happiness of her children? Thus must the mother in Israel give all her hours to those first sacred tasks, till her children can walk steadfastly in wisdom's ways. One of my students wrote to me, "I believe the proper thing for us to do is to follow, as nearly as we can, in the path you have pursued." It is gladdening to find in such a student one of the children of light. It is safe to leave with God the government of man. He appoints and he anoints his truth bearers, and God is their sure defense and refuge. No purer and more exalted teachings ever fell upon human ears than those contained in what is commonly known as the Sermon on the Mount, though this name has been given it by compilers and translators of the Bible, and not by the Master himself or by the Scripture authors. Indeed, this title really indicates more the Master's mood than the material locality. Where did Jesus deliver this great lesson, or rather this series of great lessons on humanity and divinity? On a hillside, near the sloping shores of the Lake of Galilee, where he spake primarily to his immediate disciples. In this simplicity and with such fidelity, we see Jesus ministering to the spiritual needs of all who placed themselves under his care, always leading them into the divine order, under the sway of his own perfect understanding. His power over others was spiritual, not corporeal. To the students whom he had chosen, his immortal teaching was the bread of life. When he was with them, a fishing boat became a sanctuary, and the solitude was peopled with holy messages from the All-Father. The grove became his classroom, and nature's haunts were the Messiah's university. What has this hillside priest, this seaside teacher, done for the human race? Ask, rather, what has he not done? His holy humility, unworldliness, and self-abandonment wrought infinite results. The method of his religion was not too simple to be sublime, nor was his power so exalted as to be unavailable for the needs of suffering mortals, whose wounds he healed by truth and love. His order of ministration was first the blade, then the ear, after that the full corn in the ear. May we unloose the latchets of his Christliness, inherit his legacy of love, and reach the fruition of his promise. If ye abide in me, and my words abide in you, ye shall ask what ye will, and it shall be done unto you.